Hello everyone, my name is Essence Imani. I am a college freshman attending Delaware State University, and I am here to discuss with you guys 10 things to remember while applying for college. These 10 are things that I did along the way, things that I've learned along the way, things that I didn't do along the way and I wish I would have done. Overall, I feel that they are all essential, so stay tuned. Okay, so number one, the scholarships, and more scholarships. I always wanted to apply for like the scholarships that were $30,000 versus like the $100, $200 scholarships. Money is money in school. That money adds up. Don't be afraid to take advantage of the $100, $200 scholarships versus the $30,000 scholarships. People aim for the bigger scholarships and then totally forget about the little scholarships. Like, you'll deal with less competition applying for the $100, $200 scholarships. You'll be better off applying to $10, $100 scholarships versus $10,000, $30,000, $60,000 scholarships. And on top of that, if you ever pay attention to scholarship prompts, they honestly ask for the same thing. They're all very goal oriented. So the questions are, what are your college goals? What are your career goals? What are your long-term goals? What are your short-term goals? So you can honestly use the same essay each and every time, but that's if it's like the same prompt. Number two, double checking your school's admissions requirements. So it means if you need to write an admissions essay, how long that essay needs to be, recommendation letters, how many recommendation letters and from whom, your SAT scores, what SAT score is required, things within those categories. Doing this enables you to see if you can still apply even if you don't meet the requirements. So for instance, if the school's required GPA is a 3.5 and I have a 3.0, I can call around and call an admissions counselor and ask, oh, is it okay for me to still apply? I know I don't meet the requirement, but there are other aspects of my application that is outstanding. They might actually consider a different part of your application more than your GPA, so that's why you should always ask anyway. Number three, researching your major within the school's department. A lot of times we see schools and we're like, oh, that's my dream school, I like that school, but they're not as successful in that department or that major. That being said, you should always research your school in terms of how many people find jobs after they graduate with your major. Look at internships. Does the school help you get internships? Does your school help you tap into your field? Look at the course requirements. That also gives you leverage to decide if you would like to minor in something. Like for instance, I'm a mass comm major, but looking at my course description, I don't take as many marketing classes or business classes that I would like. So what I can do is, if I would like, I can minor in something, or in my elective periods, I can take marketing or business courses. Number four, tour your school and your major's department. Of course, it's always good to tour your school. I mean, you'll be living there for 4 years, so to get a feel of the school environment if possible, because a lot of times we have these big out-of-state schools and it's just impossible to get there. And while you're there, be sure to tour your school's department, like your major's department. What school within the school you will be studying in. And I say that because you'll be learning here every day. So if, for instance, if you're some kind of science major, go in the science building. Look in some of the classrooms. See if you can sit in on a class session. Look at the labs. Go look at the bathroom, for God's sake. See where you be going to the bathroom when you have to go to the bathroom. Like anything possible. Talk to some of the professors. And while you're there, be sure to gather contact information from anybody that can contribute to your well-being with attending the school. Anybody that you think can help you out, whether it's information from your tour guide's information, professors, students who has a major within your department or has similar majors to you, like anybody that can help you. Number five is SAT scores. As many times as you can take the SAT, or take the SAT for free, take it and keep trying to score as high as you can. Don't ever be satisfied with your school score. Even if you meet the requirement or like you're like way above your school's requirement for SAT scores, still keep taking it. And I know y'all probably think I'm tripping, but I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm right. When I was applying for North Carolina A&C, I really wanted to go there so bad. I think the out-of-state requirement for SATs was about like a 970, and I scored a little higher than that. And I thought to myself like, oh, well, okay, well, I don't gotta take this again. I had so many opportunities to take the SAT for free. Long story short, they like held my application and told me like my score wasn't good enough. Like they wanted me to like take it over or something. So that goes to show you like, okay, you meet the requirements, but it might be 100 other kids that met the same requirement. Usually when it's like a whole bunch of kids that meet a requirement within the application, they start to look at different things. So I might have had lacked in maybe my recommendation letter wasn't strong enough, and it was like several other kids who had better recommendation letters than me or more community service work or something. Don't be satisfied with, and say, oh, well, I'm done. Especially if you have the opportunity to, keep taking it again over and over again to score higher, then take advantage of those opportunities. And it might not be easy, like having to keep paying for the SAT. And I'm not saying you should. Like, it's so many ways you can get a waiver. You can join a SAT prep program. Most of the time, they're actually paying for you to take the SAT. You can ask your counselor for waivers. Look up waivers. Like, you just never know. Always, see if you can get it for free before you actually pay for it. Number 6, checking up on the admissions process. Most of the time, your only job is to apply, and then your counselor sends like your recommendation letters and your transcript, and if you have your SAT scores set up to send automatically, the only thing that you're pretty much doing is like submitting the application. However, if you can do these things on your own, do it yourself. And I say that because I feel like it's better if you know for a fact something was sent. A lot of the times, like during my experience with this, my counselor told me things were sent and they weren't even sent. Like, you're playing with time, like we don't have time. Then I know a lot of times like your counselor has to send these things in order for it to be valid information. Don't be afraid to ask your counselor when this was sent, because it's not your counselor's job to call and make sure they got something that they sent. Any direct information that can help you get that check right off your list or whatever, so you can know if you got accepted to the school, that will help. Make sure you present them with that. So if it's dates, mailing receipts, because a lot of the times transcripts aren't sent electronically. A lot of schools, believe it or not, require for your counselor to mail it. So kindly gather that information, call the admissions office, and if they don't see it, tell them it was sent on this date. Like, this is one of the most important steps. Like, if you don't take anything from this, take this step from it, because the longer you wait to get accepted, the more spots fill up, the more people, it's like a first come first served basis. Like, the school can accept everybody that wants to go to their school or that applies for their school. So you can do everything right, meet all the requirements and stuff, and literally you don't get accepted because they didn't have your information in time. So make sure like you stay on top of your admissions process. Step number 7 is making sure your school has everything they need in order to determine your financial aid. Even after doing FAFSA, in most of the cases, you have to send like separate information to the schools depending upon what they request. It's also very important to make sure you stay on your financial aid status, because a lot of the time schools have like 7 to 10 business days policies where you won't know if they received your items until 7 to 10 business days when it shows up in your system. And then a lot of the times, or maybe it was just in my scenario, but I will wait 7 to 10 business days and my item still hasn't been received, or a glitch happened and it was just never received. And then I gotta send it again and wait another 7 to 10 business days. So that's about 20 days max wasted, which is almost a month that you still don't have the status of your financial aid, and that can be just only over one item that they need to receive. Now, just to let you off with a warning, if you don't already know, speaking to a financial aid office is one of the most stressful things in life. It just is. I will honestly call from whenever you send whatever you send, in the beginning of the week and then the end of the week. Don't be afraid to keep calling. Number 8, make sure you're 100%. Well, should I say 100%? I don't want to put a percentage on it. No, I'm going to put a percentage on it. Make sure you're 100% satisfied with your financial aid. So if you can negotiate more money with your financial aid office, then do so. And then this is where your connections come in. You're from networking, like previously. Use your resources, whoever you talk to. If you talk to professors or your department's head, use them. You never know, they might have connections in the financial aid office, and they can, for some reason, get you more money. Use your connections. That's what they're for. And college is a business. Just like how they try to get you to come to the school and spend your money, you can negotiate with them and get them to invest in you. So always remember that. Number 9. Listen up. This is the most relatable one. Most common error, everything. Keep up with your final grades. So I know senior year is like the most stressful thing ever. Like, senioritis is a real thing. It's absolutely 100% real. Like, it's not a myth, it's real. You just get so overwhelmed from, I don't know, graduation fees, and then like the college process, and then for some strange reason, teachers just give you so much more work in your senior year. It's like, you didn't give me this in 9th, 10th, 11th grade. Why are you giving me all this work now when I'm about to leave? Anyway, back to what I was saying. So it's important to stay on top of your grades because your colleges want that very last transcript. Like, they want to see how you're ending off. Don't let your grades be that much of a dramatic difference from the grades that you had when they accepted you. So don't go from A's and B's to D's and F's. Like, it's okay to drop maybe like one letter grade. Like, if you have an A, you get a B. And then if you have a B, you get a C. They could withdraw your acceptance from that. And that will be really unfortunate after all the hard work that you did to get accepted, to get your financial aid right. Be sure to stay on top of your grades. Senior year is already stressful. Take that as motivation and finish off strong. Brings me to number 10. Keep calm and still enjoy everything that you have going on prior to going to college. Graduation, prom, anything. Take that time to actually enjoy your very last year of school. Stay out of BS. Like, enjoy it. Enjoy school. Senior year is one of the most memorable times of your life. Following college, which is, if not as memorable, even more memorable. Well, there you have it, guys. Those are my top 10 things. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe to my channel. Have a nice day.